Hey guys, Mike Roberts, the Converse Cowboy. Just a quick follow-up to the Terry Forst interview. It was a real pleasure to sit down with her, and I definitely feel after sitting down with her that I'm a better person for having met her and her family. Just a genuine person to her core. I could tell that right away. From our first interaction, we got there the night before and got to spend a little time with her. It's the oldest family-owned ranch in Oklahoma. And so with that comes challenges, and to see what she has built today is nothing short of impressive. And it's essentially what has built her and her character and to who she is today. She's doing what she loves to do, and to me, that's inspiring. When you can find the thing that you love to do, and you can make money doing that, then I think you've won. It was cool to hear her stories and to be able to spend the day with her. And then, of course, to sit down and interview her and really take a deep dive into Terry Forst's mindset and how she has been able to overcome these challenges that have came up, throughout her path. And that's no different than everybody else. Like every human on this earth, we all go through challenges. We all experience struggles. And I think how we deal with those struggles and challenges is what builds our character. It builds our personality. It builds our story, builds who we are. I want to say she's the sweetest savage that I know, and I hesitate to say that, and I hope she doesn't take that the wrong way if she hears this. But I say the sweetest person because from the minute we got there, I mean, she rolled out the red carpet and really welcomed us in. But I say savage because she's focused, determined, and a very strong, independent woman. And so that's what I mean by savage. Like she has a plan. She knows what she wants to do, and she's not one to make excuses. And this is me interpreting my perception of it, but like she's not going to tolerate excuses from anybody else. And so I think she mentioned it in the interview, like she's not going to ask somebody else to do something that she wouldn't do. And she acknowledged that she is a female and she's limited in what she can do versus what a man may be able to do just based off of strength. But that doesn't mean she's not going to do everything that she can. She said in today's society, people want to make excuses, not sacrifice. And so that's something that resonated with me. And after, again, I've said this before in other follow-ups, but like after every interview, I sit down with a pen and paper and I write down, like, what did I learn from this? And that was a big thing that I took away, the willingness to seek out delayed gratification. Like we live in this microwave society where we want things to happen now. So not be focused on like an instant result or an instant outcome, but be willing to put in the time, be willing to play for the long game. It's all about the process. Like how do we focus on the process and I don't mean to make it sound like the outcome or the result's not important. That's behind why we do what we do. Like part of it, yeah, it is ego, but that's why I say it's behind everything. Like it's not in the forefront. The forefront needs to be the process. And this is something I've been thinking about this week. It's like whether it's business or relationships or for me in the cutting pen, like diving into the process, really essentially loving what you're doing, like really knowing why. And I think for Terry, like that is how she's been able to keep doing what she's doing. She genuinely loves what she's doing. She has a passion for horses, passion for the ranch life, Western lifestyle. That being said, like not getting hung up in the uncontrollables. I've talked about it before, controlling what you can control. That's Stoicism 101. I read a lot of Stoic philosophy, and it's so simple in concept, but it's not always easy to do, in day-to-day life without without awareness. That you can easily lose the grip on that. But really, like with awareness, when things come up, whether you're sitting in traffic or whether your boyfriend or girlfriend breaks up with you or whatever may happen in your life that's out of your control, when you can become aware of that, think, what about this situation can I control? The majority of the time, almost always, it's going to be your mindset, the lens in which you're viewing that event, and I'll say it again, like nothing is good or bad. And when we can view that, like nothing is good or bad right now, like whatever we may perceive as bad today, 2 years from now, we may look back and realize exactly why that had to happen. We may view that as good, what we would call good at that time. That's why I think it's very important to know your why. The how and the what will kind of take care of itself. What you can control is how you go about it, the effort, the amount of focused effort, intent that you put towards whatever activity you're doing. I know I'm talking somewhat broad right now, but it really, like, however, whatever habits you have, whatever routines you apply towards business or towards a relationship or just normal everyday life, there's carryover. I feel like there's an overlap. Like, you're building the habits and the routines that make up who you are. So throughout life, we're going to go through struggles. We're going to face challenges. Like, that's inevitable. It's going to happen. But what we can control is how we choose to view those, the lens in which we choose to perceive whether that's good or bad. I try to keep massive awareness around, like, the thoughts and the emotions, the feelings that I have come up. I get curious. I want to know why I feel that way. I want to know where that's coming from without judgment. Like, there's going to be a roller coaster and I'm going to feel all the feels. But the key for me is to not judge myself or whatever those thoughts are that are coming, but to be aware of them. And, the thing is, I've said it before, like, I think gratitude is a superpower. Because whenever I feel those emotions come up, it's like a trigger at this point for me. It's like, what can I be grateful for? And I start to feel the gratitude, and it's like all the worries, all the fears just start to slowly diminish. And so that's why I do. I think it's a superpower, and it's free. It's something we can totally tap into at any time, at any moment. And so that's how I try to live my life every single day. Again, I'm not a guru. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I do genuinely feel that the world would be a lot better place if more people would focus on gratitude and being grateful. It can start from the littlest thing, from the air we breathe, the fact that I can see, I can feel, I can hear, and just really focus on that and expand my awareness, for things to be grateful for. So I do. I feel like I am a better person for having crossed paths with Terry Forst. And I've said it before, like, I think it's so important who we surround ourselves with. And a question to ask is, am I a better person for having this person in my life? And what I mean by that is, like, not constantly hanging on to people like a leech and just sucking, whatever benefits you can get out of them. But, like, are you growing in any way by having that person in your life, whether you're teaching that person or whether they're a mentor to you or whether they're just a peer, someone that challenges you and holds you accountable? I think that's so important, and I'm very conscious of who I have in my circle. And it's no judgment. That's a choice. We all have that choice. You can exclude people from your life that may bring you down or may hold you back from your ultimate growth. Like, for me, that's what my why is. That's what this journey is about for me. It's like, I want to live as my highest self. So I surround myself with the people that enable me to live that life, that really catapult my potential and my growth. And so going back to Terry, like, she's one of those people, and it's contagious in a way. Like, being surrounded with someone with a no excuses attitude, who is very focused, has a plan, knows what they want to do, it's inspiring, it's motivating, and so you kind of want to emulate those people that are like that. So guys, the Stuart Ranch was the last stop for us on this tour, and I learned so much from being on the road for 7 days, just with the crew that was around me, the folks that we got to interact with, the conversations that were had. And that's the reason why I'm doing this whole thing, is for the personal growth and to be able to sit down and ask genuine questions that I want to know the answers to and have genuine conversations. So thank you for following along. Stay tuned, though. We've got some pretty cool stuff coming up. We're going to revisit some of our favorite moments from the show and put together somewhat of a montage from each stop along the way. So y'all stay tuned to check that out. It'll be coming out in a few weeks. And also Fort Worth in December. I mentioned it before in a previous video. We're going to be there for the NFR. They'll have the Cutting Horse Futurity is going to be going on. The Cowboy Christmas is going to be going on. Is going to allow us to do things a little bit different. and just curious to know your thoughts. Maybe people that you would like to see me sit down with, or maybe the style of interview, whether you want shorter or longer form. We're still trying to figure this thing out, and so we're evolving, every single week. And so I'm genuinely curious to hear what you guys have to say. Leave a comment and let us know. And again, if you're in Fort Worth, December 7th through the 14th, hit me up. As always, stay grateful, and the journey is the destination.